there's rich culture everywhere, and the opportunity to connect with people from all over the world, and from all over the city who are doing great things. Um, uh, and one of the important aspects of local culture are our local businesses, because they often contribute to the identity of the neighborhood in so many ways. So often our business owners are people who have a vision, and as you'll see, who are really giving of themselves to the broader community through their vision and through, their personage. We have some amazing businesses all around Los Angeles. Today, we are focused on Leimert Park, and that's actually where our office is. We've been in Leimert Park for 13 years now, and it's such an amazing neighborhood. Not only is it the center of African American cultural life in Los Angeles, but just a really tight-knit, robust community, and with some really unique and creative businesses that are part of that community. We have, for example, Esalen Books, which is the largest retailer outside of, or on this side of the Mississippi. We have Barbara Morrison, who's a very big presence in Leimert Park, with her California Blues and Jazz Museum and her Performing Arts Center. And Mark Bradford, the artist, the internationally known artist, has a gallery, Art and Practice. So it's very vibrant. And these folks who are going to be presenting today really contribute to that. We are going to be joined by Natalie Chai and Diana Yan, representing Crenshaw Yoga and Dance, which was open. I don't even know. They've been around so long. Opened originally by Carly Young to provide, the first yoga center in the Leimert Park Crenshaw district area. We have Tony Jolly, who just a couple of years ago opened Hot and Cool Cafe, and it quickly became like a center for community gathering and just being able to come together around food and beverages, which we all love to do, and which was actually missing in Leimert Park for many years. So they really have added to the vibrancy that way. And then we have Milan Wilkinson, who is the daughter of Sika Dwimfo. And Milan, you're going to have to correct me if I didn't pronounce his name correctly when you get on. But Sika, as he's known, I don't really know his last name because everybody knows him as Sika, has been around in Leimert Park since the early days, since it really became a center for African American culture. And she's a second generation in this business, and it's so awesome to see her step in and really ensure the legacy that Sika has laid down in Leimert Park, one of our most important merchants. And he's a survivor, boy, when you talk about survivors. So anyway, so with that, I think I will bring up our first presenter from Crenshaw Yoga and Dance. We're going to have a yoga opening, which is so cool, right? To be able to kind of relax together today. And then Tony will share, open up Hot and Cool for us. So we'll get to see his space and then his amazing knowledge of coffee and tea. And then we'll end with Milan chilling us out with some incense, showing us the healing properties of incense. So I'm going to turn it over to Natalie Chai, who will talk a little bit about Crenshaw yoga and dance. Oh, and I forgot to mention,
You're a whole lot
we
quiet.
are on, we're doing this series this weekend with Found LA. These, yesterday we were in Windsor Hills, today we're in Lamert Park, and then Thursday we're actually, please mute, Thursday we're doing in partnership with the LA Conservancy, with the City of LA's Office of Historic Preservation and USC, and a conversation about preserving legacy businesses and what can be done in this very difficult time to actually ensure that these important elements of our neighborhoods survive and stay intact. So I just wanted to put that out there. I will probably mention it again so you don't forget. But right now we're going to get right to our program. So Natalie, why don't you take it away?
Sure. Thank you, Karen. I hope everyone can hear me clearly. My name is Natalie and I'm with Crenshaw Yoga and Dance. I joined Carly earlier this year, right before the pandemic hit. So a really special time. But Carly has been the owner of this space for the last 16 years. So Crenshaw Yoga and Dance has been around for a while, and it really has been an integral part of the community. So right now we do have 3 spaces available for rent. The main yoga studio, she just repainted and renovated and had it all ready to go, hoping that when everyone is able to attend classes in person again, it's ready for you guys. And we also have a large warehouse in the back behind the main studio that is currently being rented out mainly for photo shoots and filming, but it's also available for private rehearsals and, of course, when the pandemic is not a factor, events. We're also doing a lot of new virtual classes on Mind Body now. We just switched over. So we have yoga, dance, Tai Chi, drumming, meditation, and stuff like that. So if you haven't had the chance, you can check out our classes on our website. And we actually just introduced some new classes. It's prenatal and postnatal yoga. And Diana, who's on the call with us here today, she's going to be teaching a yoga session, and I'll let her explain a little more about those 2 classes.
And let me just jump in and say that the classes are by donation, right? Right now on your website, you can take classes. Is that right? Or how does it work?
It was by donation for the last the months before, but we actually just transitioned over to paid and a very affordable monthly pass.
Oh, perfect.
Just because, we want to do donation, of course, but for the businesses to stay any longer, we couldn't continue doing that fully. So we do,
which is understandable. Such a gift to the community to have them donation only, and I'm sure it's always been very affordable. So I'm sure it's still,
it is very affordable, and that's Carly's goal. She wants it to be, accessible for everyone around. That's her main goal, like to be an important part of the community, and that's her mission, and that won't ever change. So
awesome. Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to bring up Diana so she can help us, chill out here.
Hi, everyone. It's so nice to meet you. I was just telling Karen before we jumped in, I am a resident of South LA as well. So it's just so nice and heartwarming for me to see people still coming together and finding ways to do so. But for today, for our demo, as Natalie was just mentioning, we have different classes. And so what I'd like to do is just move everyone through like a 15-minute demonstration. So this works for both our pre and postnatal classes, as well as for our stretch yoga, and really to help increase strength and flexibility But to get everyone started, if you could just join me wherever you're seated or even standing or whatever position you're in, I invite you to just close your eyes for a few moments and start tuning into your breath. So just breathe in through your nose and maybe exhale through the mouth the first time, just let it out. Maybe a couple more times with your own pace, just inhale through the nose, filling the chest, filling the belly, and then exhale, emptying the belly, emptying the chest, emptying the nose. And then once more, just with your own breath at your own pace. And either keeping your eyes closed still or opening them for a gentle, easy gaze. Just go ahead and bring your hands together and just rub them together for a little bit of heat. Just rub them for a little bit of energy. And then go ahead and place your right hand over your heart and your left hand just over your belly. And again, with your eyes closed or just easy gaze, just take a nice inhale. And then as you're doing this, just start to take an easy scan of how you're feeling, what feels really good and easy, what's maybe a little bit tight, and then just let it out. And let's do it once more. So inhale, noticing your breath, your body, and then exhale, just letting it out. All right, from here, we're gonna bring our hands by our sides. So on either side, I'm just gonna scooch back to make it easier to see a little bit. So keeping your left hand planted, we're gonna inhale up our right arm, reach for the ceiling, and then bend your elbow so that your right hand touches your left ear, and leaving your left hand on the ground. We'll inhale, and then as you exhale, bring your head over to your right side. So really nice side stretch for your neck here. So you have your left hand planted on the ground, just keeping it rooted, and maybe as you inhale, you can create a little bit of space, a little bit of openness, and then as you exhale, maybe you can deepen that stretch a little bit more. It's a really easy stretch. We're not moving a lot, but there's a lot of feeling into it. So once more, inhale, and then exhale. And keeping your head where it is, we'll bring the right hand over to meet the right ear, and we'll use this to help bring our head back up to neutral. We'll plant the right hand down on the ground, and same thing on the other side. We inhale up our left arm, stretch, and then bend at the left elbow where the left hand meets the right ear. And then as you inhale, take a breath up. As you exhale, bring the head over to your left side. So again, just easy in, easy out with your breath as it feels natural and good for you. The right hand's planted on the ground to help root you while your neck feels nice and long. It's feeling like it's getting stretched to the arm. And then again, just rooting down through the fingers. And so keeping your head where it is, we're going to bring the left hand over to meet the left ear. And we'll use that to help bring our head back up to neutral. So from here, let's bring both hands down on the ground, and then we'll just start to roll our shoulders back. So rolling the shoulders back, just noticing, just opening the chest, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. We're so, tuned into our computers, tuned into our screens lately that it's really easy for us to hunch over too much sometimes without noticing. So this is just bringing a little bit of mindfulness, opening things up, and then just bring it in reverse. So just opening the shoulders, opening the back, rotate your shoulders forward, just creating a little bit of heat, right? So we're sitting, we're standing, whatever position you're in, we're just creating a little bit of heat and keeping things moving and flexible. All right, from here, we'll extend the arms out and we'll start pushing it out. So just pushing it out, pushing it out. And so here is the tapas practice. So with tapas, we create a little bit of heat. Notice your shoulders, if they're creeping up to your ears, just bring them back a little bit down. So we're going to keep this a little bit, just keep it moving, keep it pushing forward, pushing out, pushing to the side, whatever feels good for you. And so it's believed that with tapas, the energy and the heat that it's created and generates helps to push out anything that's not working for us, right? So maybe we're just tired of staying at home. Maybe we're just tired of, just trying to find what else we can clean at home because we're at home so much. But whatever it is, we're just getting out that space, just starting December fresh, right? Holidays, just right here, right now. And I know that it's a little bit of burn. I'm feeling it in myself in the arms. But again, here, we're just creating that energy, creating that heat, creating that flexibility and that strength as well. All right, extend those arms out, keep them long by your sides. We'll turn the palms up. And let's bring the fingers in. So we're going to turn them up and down, fingers up and down, and notice your shoulders. If they're creeping up towards your ear, let's bring the shoulders down. Notice your jaw and your forehead. Let's relax those face muscles. Looking really good, everyone. All right, we're going to keep this for a few more together. Everyone's looking really strong. We're going to do this together. We're doing it for 5, up for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Really nice. All right, extend those arms back. And then we're just gonna give ourselves a nice hug. So wrap those arms around, give yourself a nice squeeze, massage the shoulders, work your way down through the arms, little massage here. Again, once more, open it out, and this time reverse. Whatever arm was on top, we're gonna bring it to the bottom, give yourself a nice hug again, squeeze the shoulders, give yourself a little, nice little arm massage here, and then just shake it out a little bit, shake it out, because our arms and upper bodies are getting a little bit warm, right? All right, so in the spirit, let's just bring our hands together again. And this time we'll just do some wrist rotations. Again, we're holding so much, we're holding a lot of energy. We're holding our phones, on our computers. So let's just make sure we're giving a little bit of love to the muscles that we're using so much these days, right? So again, and then rotate in the other direction if that feels good for you too. All right, and then from here, we're gonna press the insides of our palms out in front of us. And then we'll rotate back in and extend. So pushing the fists forward while pulling your arms back, just increasing the length here. So I'm just gonna shift my roll so it's easier to see, but just extending it out and then lengthening the arms. Extending it out, lengthening the arms. And we'll do this together for 5. And really good for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Really nice work. All right, let's bring it in. And then once more, we'll extend the arms out. This time we'll bring them behind us. So if you want to clasp your hands behind you, go ahead. You can even grab opposite elbows, whatever feels good for you, but just pull the arms back, roll the shoulders away from the ears. And this just helps to open up your collarbone, bring the heart forward. And again, just open up, loosen out any of the muscles that might have been tense or you don't even realize are just a little bit tight in the chest area. Take a nice inhale. Roll the shoulders back once more, and then exhale, release, and we'll switch sides. So whatever thumb was on top, again, we'll just switch it. Make sure we're balanced out by doing once on each side. So again, inhale, maybe lengthen the spine, sit a little bit taller, roll the shoulders back away from the ears, and then exhale and release. We'll just shake out those arms. We have one more to do. Just, concentrating on our arms. We'll just plant the hands back down on our sides, and this time we'll inhale up the right arm. Lengthen as you reach for the ceiling, and this time we're just going to lean over on our side. So leaning over to your left side, this helps create a nice opening on the side, right? Your muscles, your ribs getting a little bit opening here. We're planting the left hand to keep us supported. And if it feels good for you when you inhale, maybe bring that top shoulder back a little bit. Just open it up. Take a nice inhale and exhale. And then whenever you're ready on your next inhale, we'll bring the arm back up. Exhale, coming on down, and we'll switch sides. So your right hand stays planted on the ground. We'll inhale up, left arm, reach for the ceiling. And as we exhale, just lean over to your right side. So again, here, same thing, just getting a nice side stretch here. So take a nice inhale in, maybe take that top shoulder back a little bit if it's within your practice right now. And then exhale, just deepen that stretch a little bit. And whenever you're ready, we'll inhale that arm back up, exhale, coming on down. And then let's roll the shoulders back a couple more times together, just evening it out. And here, from here, I'll invite you to place your hands wherever it feels comfortable for you, on your thighs, on your knees, whatever feels good. Invite you to close your eyes for just a few more minutes or moments. And then tune in. Here's another invitation to scan and see how you're feeling. All right, with a nice breath in. Notice what feels open, what feels a little bit more lighter. And then as you exhale, maybe you can just deepen that a little bit more. And once more, inhale. And exhale. And with the last round of breath, I'm going to invite you to inhale with your arms coming on up, reaching out to your sides, bringing the palms up to meet each other at the top. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows, bringing the palms on down, all the way down, coming to meet the thumbs at the heart. From here, sitting just a little bit taller, maybe rolling the shoulders back a little bit more. Tilt the chin inwards for just a moment here. And then taking a moment here, just for me to be able to appreciate and thank you for letting me share in your practice today. So with that, namaste.
Namaste.
And yeah, we hope to see you at Crenshaw Yoga, either virtually with our classes. Please reach out with any questions. We're so happy to meet you, to see you, and respond to any questions that you all have.
Thank you so much, Diana. That was Amazing. I can't tell you how much better I feel. You know, you don't think about having held so much tension in your shoulders. So that was quite a great way to release and to get us started. You know, we have this great session for you planned. You know, now that we're feeling more relaxed with our yoga, we can actually go over to hot and cool. And Tony's going to help us figure out how to make our tea so we can then make some tea and just settle into this relaxed state. So I'm going to turn it over to Tony, who is quite extraordinary, having come to Lamart Park after traveling all over the world as a coffee aficionado and expert, roasting those great beans. And he actually has a coffee roasting facility at Hot and Cool. And so not only does he have this vibrant space in Lamart Park, but really is a master in terms of his craft. So I'm going to turn it over to him and let him share more about his passions. Take it away, Tony.
Okay. I think I'm gonna make a cup of tea in a second, but after that pseudo yoga class, I need a cup of coffee. I feel so relaxed right now. Wow. I might slur a little bit, but I'm Tony Jolly, and you know, part of Hot and Cool Cafe. Yeah, one of my passions, and I guess the forefront of my passions, is coffee. I've been in the coffee business for about quite a while now, 20 years. I started in 1996 at Starbucks in DC, and that role had me travel years later to Colorado. I worked for a company that sent me to Ethiopia as sort of a coffee hunter, so to speak. I lived in Ethiopia trying to find the best coffees and working with farmers to help them produce quality and capacity. I lived there for a while. I fell deeper in love with coffee during that time in Ethiopia. And once I came back to the States, I wanted to establish a crop to cup model. So I started importing from coffee farmers in Ethiopia. Then we looked to start roasting, and then eventually a retail, so we could define that crop to cup model, so it can become transparent. African coffees through an African American, and we chose the African American community of Lamert Park to be a part of our whole business model. I wouldn't be a smart business person if I didn't equate all hot beverages and cold beverages, no discrimination, to cold beverages. So we decided to expand on our tea line. That's why we're here today. Herbs, you know, they're the new vegetables. They have all the minerals and nutrients that most of our produce has, and we could enjoy it over nicely steeped a cup of herbal tea. So health is one thing that's a part of Hot and Cool, extending from my immediate family. We like to eat healthier, so to speak. And so Hot and Cool now serves healthier food options. It's an all vegan menu. So along with the teas, coffee, we have vegan options, and healthy conversation happens here as well. Karen, are you still there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. We can still hear you.
Okay. So I guess now I'm gonna make a cup of tea. Yeah. Okay. So I decided to make one of our most popular teas, by flavor and by name. It's called the African Summer. It's filled with lemongrass and rooibos, eucalyptus, rose hips. It's high in vitamin C, full of nutrients. It actually gives you energy to be an herbal tea, and it tastes pretty good. So here at Hot and Cool, we use something called an AeroPress to steep our tea in. It's meant for coffee, and I brought it here to do individual cups of coffee, pressed coffee. But I found out with the herbal teas, the loose leaf teas, it steeps a marvelous, beautiful tasting tea. So we take about 5 grams. Yeah, 5 grams of tea from African Summer. And we pour it into the AeroPress. I'm weighing it down here. You don't want to over extract. You don't want to have too much tea to water ratio. We found out 5 grams makes a splendid 12-ounce cup. We'll be putting it into this nice glass. And so from there, we just add water. We let the water rise, let the tea rise. And this particular brewing method, now a tea brewing method, it comes with a paper filter and a cap. And we'll apply that cap and we'll begin a 3-minute steeping process. As the cooking shows have mastered, we've already got one made. So we don't have to wait 3 minutes.
I love it.
So once the 3 minutes is done, you'll take your choice of agave or honey. I choose honey. I'm out of screen, now I'm back in screen. We add a little agave at the bottom. This is how we make it here at Hot and Cool. And now, this AeroPress, once it's steeped at 3 minutes, we'll turn it over and we'll begin to plunge. This is the plunger. So we'll plunge down the herbs and the hot water. The tea will come down, nicely brewed. Look at that. Look at that color. That's the rooibos, that South African rooibos. Even though it's not doesn't have caffeine, it's high in energy. And voila. So the African Summer is delicious cold as well. One of those versatile teas. Look at that color. That's beautiful. One of those versatile teas that you can have hot after a yoga session, before going to sleep to re-engage your muscles, your cells before going to sleep. The rooibos actually allows you in the midday to kick in a little energy to get you through. Having a cup of African Summer around 4 o'clock midday to get you through the rest of the day. And adding a little lemon and ginger, it makes it pretty complete. So yeah, that's the African Summer. Our herbal teas do well. Really happy that the community was embraced these healthier options that we have. That's Hot and Cool. Let me taste this, make sure I did it right. Oh yeah, you got to come down and get some of this. I'm gonna open. Stand in line, stand 6 feet apart. I don't want you guys crowding me. You have to come get some of this. This is delicious. So yeah, we do other teas. This is a citrus floral made out of orange peel, lemon peel, rose petals. A beautiful tea. This is a house tea that we've made. It's called the Beauty Blend. Once again, we like to use a lot of rose. There's marigold, there's lavender, there's jasmine, rose petal, rose hips, citrus green tea. These teas do well. They're well received by the public. Hot and Cool is all that I aforementioned. Now that it's COVID, this place used to have about 100 people coming through a day. But we still try to make ourselves available. We do merchandise. We help about 8 or 9 different vendors, African American vendors here. We bring in their products. We showcase it for them. We partner with them. This is a shirt line that we started, partnering with a gentleman from South LA. There's this line of denim wear. A young person, she's about 23, 24. great fashion, so we allowed her to bring some of her clothing in. I mentioned coffee. Tonight we'll be roasting coffee in Leimert Park, and this is some of the Ethiopian beans. This coffee is special. It's a woman-owned farm, 50 acres, 100-year-old coffee trees, and it's the first time I've ever been in the States. This is the coffee we've been serving the community since since we arrived. We always give a home for artists. This young person, she's about 22. She wanted to really bless us with her talents, our appreciation of what we do. This young person, about 25, as you can see, did a wall mural here out of just appreciation once again. The Leimert Park is pretty lively today. They're trying to get into the door to get some of that tea. One arrived already. And right now we're doing a toy drive. We're doing a toy drive this season because we're going into a different 2020 holiday season, and we're doing our best to try to contribute to the households and the community the best way we can as a community. So yeah, that's us in a nutshell.
Well, thank you, Tony. That was, you are such a treasure in Leimert Park, and Hot and Cool, really reflects you and everything that you have to offer. So I feel, and I know the Leimert Park community really loves having Hot and Cool and just, this high quality of food and drink to experience while people gather, as well as, kind of having this space to create community. So thank you so much. And I want to encourage everybody to support Hot and Cool. As you know, the stay-at-home order is going into effect tonight. And so it's going to get harder again for businesses to generate the revenue they need to survive. And so Tony has a full line of clothing and other goods on his website. And so there's an opportunity to support. And the great thing is, if you support any of the businesses that are presenting today, you'll get a discount if you donate to LA Commons. So a donation of any amount will get you a discount to these businesses. So with that, Tony, we're going to say goodbye, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming
Okay.
to Hot and Cool Cafe. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, so we're going to move to now that we've had our yoga and we had our cup of tea. That was I want a cup of tea right now because that looks so great. And that AeroPress was like awesome. And I see Rich put creatingournextla.com in the chat. So that's where you can find out more about the discount. I just realized the sun just went down. So let me turn the light on so you can actually see me. That's better. So next we're going to go to Sika and hear from Milan about incense. And, now that we've, had this experience, now we can, just chill out with our incense and relax. As I was saying earlier, Sika has been around for many, many years. I don't know how long, Milan, like 40 years in Leimert Park, like a long time.
Well, in Leimert, he got here in 92, but he's been in South LA for almost 40 years.
Yeah, so 92 is still like almost 30 years. So
yeah.
So he's an amazing presence, and as I said, a survivor, and just really an artistic resource, I think, to the broader community, and just a really beloved elder in the community. So Milan, you came back to the business, what, 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
Yeah, it's been 2 years almost.
And so, you know, what a blessing for him to have you come and work with him to continue the legacy. And so I'm going to hand it over to you, and you can tell us about the business and show us how incense can help us relax and heal during this time.
All right, well, thank you. I'm Milan. I run my father's business for the most part here in Leimert Park. We sell African art, jewelry, and sculpture, but today I'm going to talk specifically about incense, sage, and Palo Santo, along with candles. All of these things are great tools to help cleanse the palette of your space, if you will, or smudge your space. One of the first things that I love that I sell are these hand-dipped incense. They come from a local Rasta brother named Shashu Imani, and the incense is named after him. It's one of our most popular selling incense. And like I said, they're hand-dipped. And we also sell the incense holders that are awesome to hold the incense. This is one of my favorite ones because it opens up. So you can put cone incense in there. You also can put an actual incense stick. It's really awesome. So it holds it while you burn your incense. And then it has a cute little area for you to store the incense as well. And so this is one way to kind of cleanse your space. Incense is really good. Instead of air freshener and things, it kind of cleans out the smell rather than covering it. Another thing that we sell that's really awesome for cleansing your space is sage. We have a few different types. I have 3 types here today. This is going to be one of my favorites. It has a senuata flower on it, and it's really awesome for just cleansing out negative energy and calming the space, especially after you do yoga or something like that. Sit down with your tea and you smudge your space, you're going to have a really relaxing time. This sage is really important because it's wrapped in yerba santa. And so sage is a really powerful smudging tool on its own. When you add yerba santa, you get kind of a double cleansing power. So it's another leaf that basically is wrapped around it, and it gives you a really awesome earthy smell to your home. And then the last sage that we sell is this rose petal sage. So if you like rose water, things like that, when you burn this, you're going to get a lot of that essence in your space and get more of a floral, citrusy vibe to what's going on. Another thing that I really like that for smaller spaces, or if you want something that's less pungent than the sage, is Palo Santo. Now, this is a South American stick, comes from a tree. I don't remember if it's what exact tree it is. It's not the Palo Santo tree, but this you burn and it gives you like an earthy, nice smell, and it helps clear out the energy of your house, especially for small spaces where sage may be a little bit more overpowering. This is really nice. And you light it, you get an ember at the end, kind of like you would incense, and then you blow it out and it gives you nice aromas, not too overpowering, like I said. Lastly, probably one of our number one things that we use to relax is our Sika candles. They're made locally by a young Black woman. She hand pours them. They're soy wax and they burn for 32 hours. This is the lemongrass scent. It would be probably our most popular, and it's just really soothing, relaxing, calming, and you're gonna have a great time listening to music, watching TV, drinking some tea, doing yoga. You have your candle burning in the background. You're gonna have a good, nice experience. In addition to those things, we sell a lot of the things that you see behind me, masks, sculptures, and things like that. We sell clothing and just a lot of cultural items that we import from different parts of Africa, from Ghana, Cameroon, Nigeria, Senegal, just to name a few. And I'd also like to let you guys get a glimpse at Sika because he is in here and he wants to say hello. So I'm gonna turn my camera. Give me 1 minute so I can say hello to him. Here we go.
Hi there, how you doing?
Hi, Sika.
Yeah, I appreciate everything that you're doing for us and for the village, because it's very important that we keep a foothold here. Otherwise, it'll be taken away from us. So, and I appreciate everyone that supports us, and that's very important also. But to keep the village going and keep the culture going, we appreciate it and we thank you very much.
Well, we appreciate you, Sika. You're such an important part of the village. And, you know, I am so thankful that Milan is there with you, and you all are, you know, doing such a great job in doing exactly what you're talking about, preserving the culture and being a connection to the African and African American heritage that's so much a part of what Leimert Park is about. So thank you so much.
Well, everybody comes to this village as a part of the progress, and any moves that we make in this village is done by everyone, not just one person.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
All right.
But you are certainly one of our elders, Sika. We love you. So
A little bit.
thank you so much.
Yes, so Sika will be turning 80 actually on December the 26th.
Wow,
And
happy birthday.
We of course had a huge celebration plan, but because
Yeah, that's Kwanzaa. That's when Kwanzaa starts. We can
Umoja, his is the first day. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to have a large celebration. So right now we're trying to organize something where maybe people can pass by in the street and say hi in their cars or whatnot safely at a safe distance, just so that, you know, he can have his flowers, because 80 years old, that's something. And still,
that is definitely something.
Still here running this business and curating all kinds of amazing things and inspiring the youth to follow in his footsteps. So
yeah, great. So well, this was, I mean, Milan, I have to say I've never heard of sage being mixed with the other herbs and flowers, and that's really kind of an incredible way to experience you know, that blend of herbs and cleansing. So
yeah, it's really awesome. There's also, right now we have another one that has like kind of like pine tree wrapped around it. It gives you like a Christmas smell, if you will. And there's other ones, there's rosemary wrapped ones and lavender wrapped, and it just gives you all of those different properties that those herbs do for smelling. And yeah, it's really awesome.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much for bringing us into your space today. And we are so pleased to be showcasing you and the other businesses. And you want to talk a little bit about how people can patronize you in this moment with the stay-at-home?
We are open now. We are social distancing. We have masks that we offer for free as you enter our store. We're sanitizing every 30 minutes, and we're keeping it under 7 people in the store at a time. So you are welcome to shop with us, or you can contact us via Instagram. Our Instagram is @SikaDwemfo. And we can send you any of these products that I mentioned here, or if you'd like to look at other products that are in the store, we can do a video session if you're not able to come in.
Perfect. Okay, well, again, thank you so much. And I'm going to say goodbye and close us out for today.
Awesome.
As I said before, I really want to encourage you to patronize these businesses in these tough times. You know, perfect opportunity to get your holiday gifts and to support the businesses, support LA Commons if you want to take advantage of the discount. All of these businesses are offering that discount, and all have merchandise: Crenshaw Yoga and Dance, Hot and Cool, and Sika. And as Milan alluded to, very willing to support your buying in a safe way, given this pandemic that we're in. And I want to just also show you our beautiful bandana that was just created by one of our artists. That is also a part of our Creating Our Next LA campaign, which is a program that we're doing that's going to bring the community together to really envision Los Angeles in a post-crisis time. So we are bringing people together from across South LA and the rest of Los Angeles to have conversations with artists and youth so that we can all envision the best city that we can once we get out of this situation. And so we had Alfonso Aceves create this limited edition banner, I mean, not banner, bandana for us, and donors who donate at the $50 level and above will get one of these beautiful artworks. And so we want to encourage you to do that. And with that, I want to thank our wonderful staff, Rich Johnson, Beth Peterson, John Paul Arcienega, Sophie Rose Shapiro, and I see Leslie on too, Leslie Tamarabuchi, who is in the audience, for being here and really supporting this production, which is no small feat. And with that, we are going to say goodbye. So thank you all so much for being here, and thanks to our presenters. And you know, just hopefully you'll be able to shop with local businesses this holiday season to make sure that our important businesses in neighborhoods across Los Angeles are able to survive this pandemic. And don't forget about our session on Thursday noon to talk about preserving legacy businesses. You can find out more information about that on our website, www.lacommons.org. Thank you very much. See you later.